Hey there. So, what seems to be the problem?
My doctor diagnosed me with anemia, and I'm not really sure what that means. He referred me to you, and I was hoping that you could help me.
Let's start with your diet history. Do you eat meat?
No, I'm a vegan.
Okay, so you're like a hippie. Okay, well, that's part of your problem. Are you trying to develop a nutritional deficiency? Non-meat sources of iron are less bioavailable. Like, everybody knows that.
What does that even mean?
You know, that's not really very important. Why don't I just give you a list of iron-rich foods, and you'll be good to go. Here you go.
But I don't eat meat. That's all that's on here. If there was only some way you could be a better counselor and communicate better.
Is there somebody here who needs to be a better counselor?
Apparently I do.
But let's think about this. I mean, you wouldn't take advice from somebody who's not on board with your beliefs or who doesn't respect your views, would you?
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. So, what do you say we reverse all of this, go back in time a little bit, and start over and try this all again?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, see, Counseling Fairy, I just don't know how to be a good nutrition counselor.
Well, there are many things you can do to help yourself along the way. But first, you need to start out with developing rapport with your client. Do you know what that means?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, just kind of develop a sense of calm in the room and get to know her a little bit and try and figure out what's going on.
Hi, my name is Meredith Curley.
Hi, I'm Amber. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I'm a registered dietitian here.
Okay.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well, thank you.
Now that you've developed rapport with her, you should remember the acronym ADIME. And it stands for Assessment, Diagnosis, Intervention, Monitoring, and Evaluation. But first you want to do the assessment. So figure out what she's eating, what medical history she might have, and then we can move on from there, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself and why you're here today?
Okay.
Sure. Well, just to let you know, anemia means you're not getting enough sources of iron in your diet. Do you eat meat? Are you a vegetarian?
No, I'm a vegan.
Okay. Why don't you tell me what you ate yesterday?
Last night I had some coconut milk yogurt.
Okay.
Now that you've finished your assessment, you can move into the diagnosis phase. And this is where you're going to identify a problem and then figure out the reasons why that problem exists, okay?
Let me pull out my plate just so we have a visual reference. Okay. The main problems with your diet are you don't have any protein sources, and that's often where iron comes in. You also don't have any vegetables that have iron in them.
Okay. So how can I fix those and add that in?
Now you're going to move into the intervention phase. This is where you're going to work with your client to develop a plan to correct her nutritional deficit. So one way that you can do this is through the use of motivational interviewing. Do you know what that means?
I don't think so.
Okay, well that's essentially where you allow your client to make all of the important decisions, but you guide her through the process.
I'll give you some basic information, then we can talk about how it applies to your diet. Some really good sources would be legumes, beans, your dark leafy greens.
Okay, I like those.
And also vitamin C helps you absorb iron better. So oranges, citrus, apples have some vitamin C in them also. What are some changes you could make to include these iron sources that you're eating?
So for lunch, I usually eat just some sort of vegetable stir fry. So I could probably add something in there, maybe.
Do you like tofu?
Yeah, I do like tofu.
That would be an easy thing to add into a stir fry.
And then for dinner, I know I had just like some pasta with some tomato sauce. I don't know.
You put lentils in your sauce or something?
Oh yeah, I never thought about that before. That's a really good idea.
One more thing I noticed is that you tend to drink a lot of coffee and tea. Those actually block the absorption of iron.
Oh. So just like if I drink less or at a different time, that would be okay?
And also you like to drink almond milk?
I do. I like almond milk a
Great.
lot.
Get those fortified with iron and just get a little bit more into your daily intake.
Okay. So I think these changes, I can make these for sure.
So now that you've given her some recommendations, you want to follow up with her and see how all of this is going. So set up a time to meet with her in the future so you can talk about the changes that she should be making in her life, okay?
Okay. Thank you, Counseling Fairy.
You are so welcome.
I'm going to let you go home and implement these changes in your life.
Okay.
But I'd like to see you in another month and just see how you're doing.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, I'll make an appointment at the desk.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, have a great day.
Thank you so much.